InArt Collectibles has announced a Catwoman figure from The Dark Knight Rises, and of course a Daryl Dixon figure from Season 8 of The Walking Dead. We need to discuss these two figures in their entirety, do a deep dive into their nature and their pricing and all that stuff so you know what you're getting into when you click that pre-order button or when you don't. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's Will here, back again. Thank you so much for all the support you've provided me all these years. It's one day before Thanksgiving, so I really wanted to say that. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family. That said, like and subscribe. If you like this video, make sure to click the like button down below. Drop me a presumptive like if you're open to it. Subscribe to the channel, and of course, click the notification bell so that way you're notified when content goes live here. Let's start with the Catwoman figure. Catwoman figure is from The Dark Knight Rises. This has been teased for a long time by InArt Collectibles. On InArt's website, it is $397 plus shipping. However, this figure is only licensed in a few territories, Australia and New Zealand being the most notable. So if you're not in those two territories, you're going to be getting this probably from 16kit. I will have a code. I will post it in a day's time when this goes up for pre-order. I'll post it in the link of the description of this video, a link in the description of this video in about a day's time. So $10 off. This will be about, with kit, probably about $450, which is what I speculated originally. And then maybe I brought it down to $430, but probably about $450, somewhere about there shipped. So be on the lookout for that. You'll have a $10 code you can use, and you can use it through this channel. So guys, this looks absolutely incredible. I remember at the time, I was one of the few people that did not overreact to the Wonder Festival photos. InArt had a Wonder Festival attendance where they, showed all their new figures and updated offerings, things like that. And the lighting was honestly not great. Convention lighting isn't all that spectacular. And people panicked over the Catwoman saying it looked pretty terrible. I thought it had a little room for improvement, but I thought it was a very solid foundation under poor lighting conditions. As someone who has reviewed a lot of figures, I'm not the best reviewer in the world, but I can tell you lighting changes things dramatically, and we will take a look at that. Again, this $400 figure by InArt looks incredible. The hair looks amazing. If you compare it to the Hot Toys, which we will, there has been a couple years separation in between the two companies' offerings, but this one is a dramatically superior figure. It's not even close. Hot Toys has beaten InArt sometimes. They really have. But when it comes to this specific Catwoman figure, no, not so much the case. The Hot Toys beat them with the Joker, though. The Heath Ledger Joker, the sculpted and the rooted are better, besides the glue issues, are better than InArt's Joker, for sure. But this Catwoman, particularly with the mask on, which is, she wears this mask pretty much all the time when she has this suit on. And with the mask on, it looks incredible. Even with the mask off, I don't think I'm ever going to use that look, honestly, but it still looks very good. The tailoring, the suit texture looks great. The base is kind of ass, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't love this base. It is very small and simple. It doesn't take up a lot of room, but I don't love exactly how it looks. I think this could be better, and I'd like to see something different. Maybe something with the ground from The Dark Knight Rises, like a street base, something like that, where they're fighting at the end of the film. I think that makes the most sense. Considering, that's the most iconic, scene from her when she's in the Catwoman suit. Not a lot that comes with it. You have the mask, you have the gun, and of course hands. Really not a lot. You really don't need a lot for her. I mean, there's no bat pod here. Queen Studios did make a bat pod at one point, but not so much with this one. So again, $400, but on kit, it's probably gonna be around $450 out the door. Let's take a look at a couple comparisons. Let's start with what I was initially referring to with the Wonder Festival photo versus the new prototype photos. Again, I know it sounds like a meme to some people, but it generally is true. Lighting matters tremendously. Lighting can make or break your perception of a figure and drastically change how you feel about it. So if you look at convention lighting, this Catwoman, it looks very close, like almost the same figure, maybe a few tweaks here and there, but you can see under professional lighting how much better the figure looks. It's dramatic how much it can change. And that's what I do want people to realize. I do it too sometimes. I get it. We overreact to photos. But when you look at the photos under professional lighting, or even in a display in your own home, like a Maji space, it's going to look a hell of a lot better. I promise you. And it does. This is just one example here, but that's really the photo that got circulated around quite a bit. And I do see a very strong likeness to Anne Hathaway here, honestly, in both photos. I saw the potential in the first, and I certainly see the potential in the second. Let's take a look at a wide shot of the Hot Toys versus the InArt. So this is the Hot Toys Catwoman 2.0, which at the time I said, not a great figure. I don't think it really lives up to what Catwoman needs. I've never been the biggest Catwoman guy in the world, but I'm starting to build out this Dark Knight display, and I really do find that I need her in that display. And I'm starting to warm up to the character. As I've watched the film more, I'm like, okay, I never disliked her, but I was like, Catwoman's kind of cool, dude. Catwoman's pretty cool. And I'm glad people are really finally getting choices here and high quality offerings. Hot Toys, you can see the proportions aren't as good, and of course the hair and the likeness is nowhere close to as good. And we'll look at a close-up shot here now just to communicate that, because when you look at the two offerings here, night and day difference. I mean, night and day difference. These are two dramatically different offerings. One looks like a toy, one looks like a real person. And again, InArt had the luxury of releasing a figure a few years after Hot Toys, but damn, Hot Toys truly did not put their best foot forward with their Catwoman 2.0. Not even close. I said that at the time, I stand by it now. It doesn't look like Anne Hathaway, it looks like a toy. And for those who have it, I'm happy. If you really enjoy it, maybe under the right pose, it'll work for you. But this InArt, for about $150 more, is going to be a vastly superior figure. At least if we're comparing retail to retail. Maybe you can get that Catwoman 2.0 on the secondary market for cheaper, but if you're paying retail for it, it's over $300. It was $290 plus shipping and tax, so you're probably looking at like $315 versus, you know what, $450. I'd happily pay that $150 more or less to get the higher quality version. So for me, you do whatever you think is in the best interest of your collection, but if you want a Dark Knight display and you want a Catwoman in your display, I can't imagine that you would not get the InArt one. But that's just me. It just depends. Maybe, you know, you're happy with what you have. That is totally reasonable, and I respect that, honestly. But this one is dramatically superior to the Hot Toys version, at least the prototype. I hope the final product comes out as good as this, but I have my my beliefs that it will. InArt seems to deliver 95% of the time pretty close to the prototype, if not a superior version. And I think this Catwoman is going to be remarkable. So I am definitely in on this Catwoman. Let me know your thoughts on the Catwoman in the comment section below. And let's go ahead and move on to Daryl Dixon. We'll talk about the InArt Black Friday sale a little bit here at the end, but I do think it's going to be important that we just kind of talk about the main figures we want to get to first. So Daryl Dixon. This is the third figure in the Walking Dead line from InArt, and all of them are going to be releasing probably sometime around Q4 2026 to Q1 2027. That's what they're indicating, and it makes sense. Darryl was $412 and free shipping on the InArt website. This one will actually be a worldwide license, so you will be able to get this one directly through InArt. I should have a link for you. If you want to get it through Kit, you still can, very reliable and safe, but InArt, you can get it direct, and they do have a rewards program now. I actually really like this base. I think this is a really cool base. The AMC logo on the front isn't exactly ideal, but I don't care all that much considering it looks cool, and the figure itself is remarkably good. Hot Toys did a great job with their likeness for the Death Stranding Norman Reedus. That was a great figure too, actually, the prototype. But this likeness is remarkable. You have a ton of seamless forearms. If you're a Walking Dead fan, I originally said I don't know how I'm going to pick this one up, but because I was just going to get Rick and Negan, but now I don't know how I'm not going to pick this one up. If I'm dedicating the space to Walking Dead figures, I think this is going to be my limit 3. I don't want to dedicate a whole display case to Walking Dead, but I did love the show. I watched about the first probably 8 seasons, so this is about the right timing for me. I really do. Daryl Dixon was a very solid character. He wasn't my favorite. Rick and Negan were always my favorites. But insofar as how often they were in the show, but Rick was always my favorite character ultimately. But Daryl looks great here. The likeness here is fantastic. This is a very, very good head sculpt. The hair looks amazing. It just has that greasy look that Norman Reedus had in the show, and honestly in other films too. And the seamless forearms look fantastic. The tattoos on the arms, you can see the details there. The knife there, which is probably going to be a die-cast knife. It's listed in the description that way. And of course the crossbow, which you can have him wielding, you know, in his iconic look. These figures are going to look incredible. How long have I and all of us waited for Walking Dead figures at a super high quality? 3.0 did okay. They did okay. Very 3.0-ish, but this is not, you know, on the level of Hot Toys or InArt. And now InArt has come in and made some amazing figures here. And, you know, look at these tattoos and the seamless forearms, the detail there. It's pretty remarkable, pretty remarkable. So not a ton that comes with this guy, but for $400, again, with these premium figures, you're primarily paying for the head sculpt. That's really what you're going after more often than not. And that's what's happening here. The display base, a crossbow. You don't really need too much more for him. But I think this Daryl comes with everything that you're going to want here. This is such a good figure. It's one of the best prototypes I've ever seen. Look at that. Tell me that's not Norman Reedus. I mean, that InArt absolutely killed it here, as did Hot Toys. They absolutely killed it too. So if you want the Death Stranding one, you got a great option. But I'm glad that InArt has made 3 Walking Dead figures. I would doubt they're going to make any more. I just have my suspicions this is going to be the end of the line. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you disagree, maybe they'll make a Glenn, Michonne, whoever else is going to be important to collectors. But I think it's probably going to be these big three, and I think they're going to move on. That'd be my speculation based on literally nothing except for a gut feeling that I don't think these are going to sell incredible. I think they're going to be okay, and I think this would probably be, they'll probably want to turn their sights to other things. But still happy to get what we got. I definitely am jumping on this Daryl Dixon. I'm going to be picking this guy up. He's going to be awesome. And of course, the Negan is fantastic as well. So let's talk a little, by the way, I do want to give you a heads up. Paul Atreides is in stock on the InArt website. Pretty crazy. None of the other figures seem to be, but Paul Atreides, they have rooted options and they have standard sculpted options. So if you're looking for one from Dune Part 1 from InArt, they are actually there. So pretty remarkable that actually occurred. I thought maybe there would be something like that, but I wasn't sure what type of figures they would put up. But as of now, that's the only one that I've seen actually has stock available for purchase. I don't know if Superman or Hermione or some of the others that say in stock, but you can't buy them, are going to appear in stock on Black Friday. Only time will tell. So guys, let's look at the Black Friday event a little bit. So there's going to be some coupons that are unlocking. I'm not sure if these are going to unlock on Black Friday or not, but and they have the figures listed. These are going to go live on Black Friday. For pre-order, the Daryl and the Catwoman, which I will be picking up both. Remember, Catwoman through 1/6 Kit, I'll provide links, and Daryl's probably going to be through InArt Direct. So here's the events here, November 28th through December 1st. Every day they're going to reveal a lucky number. So if you have an InArt order and it contains the lucky number, you're going to get $500 off your order. So you get a $500 discount on the order, or they'll give you orders under $500 are completely free. Apparently they could do a refund for you if need be. That's what they said on Facebook. So pretty interesting. So that's the Black Friday event. There's going to be exclusive offers and other things, but I think you're mostly going to see 1/12 scale. Like if we're looking at a little bit more of this, like in stock, you're not going to see all that much stuff. It says this stuff is in stock, but then again, like you try to go buy it and it says sold out. So not exactly sure what's going on there. Maybe they're going to appear when you get when Black Friday actually rolls around. Paul Atreides is the only one to me for 1/6 scale that you can actually buy. So I'm not sure, again, if the other ones are going to appear in stock. Superman, Ron, Hermione, Aragorn, stuff like that. So keep an eye out. I mean, it's possible, but I'm just not entirely sure what's going on here. So only time will tell. Guys, I'm grateful for what InArt's doing. I don't think this is like the best sale I've ever seen, but a lot of these companies don't do sales at all. So I am grateful that they're doing a Black Friday sale at all. But for me, you know, I'm just excited to pre-order these figures. That's really what's most exciting to me. And again, I just want to reiterate the message that sometimes, you know, we all do this, me included. We all overreact to certain things. And then when the prototype photos come out, we're like, okay, like it happened with InArt the Batman. I did it with Pennywise. It happened with InArt Pennywise when the final product showed. The final product photos leaked. And then everyone was like, okay, that looks absolutely terrible. And then even at conventions and stuff, people were like, oh, InArt figure, like it just, we all need to be better about this, including myself. And I think that's, you know, regardless, I'm getting these. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you're picking up Catwoman, Daryl. Let me know what you're thinking. And guys, make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. So that way you're notified when content goes here, live here. Lots of other videos coming on the channel soon. And let me know what you want to see. Check out some of the other videos I did recently. And there's going to be a Joker giveaway, Sculpted Hot Toys Joker, on this channel when we hit 15,000 subscribers. And right now we're at 14,000. I'll leave the link to the video in the description if you want to enter that. If you've already entered, please do not comment again. You've already entered, so not going to get entered twice. Unless you're a channel member. If you're a channel member, you do get 2 entries, but you only have to comment once. Guys, again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. See you later. Bye.